Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video has been a long time coming. Matter of fact, I filmed it like months ago, like even maybe like a year ago. I don't know, half a year. I don't know. It's been a while, okay? This is the Nighthawk, the OG Nighthawk refurb video. Now, I wasn't sure if I was gonna release it or not, but I had some interest generated. So this video is gonna be all about me taking an old pair of OG Nighthawks and that were kind of scuzzy, dirty, broken down, and it just goes through my process of what I did to kind of clean them up to get them to an acceptable level of use. For me, I wash the pads, I clean up the cups, I and my mother fix the headband, the elastic headband, which was all stretched out. So we kind of do all these things. It's a longer video. It shows kind of the whole process. So I do think, I mean, specifically I'm doing the Nighthawk here, but I do think a lot of these techniques you could use on lots of different headphones depending on what's wrong with them and what you need to do. So skip around if you want. But hopefully there's something in here that you'll find value in, or, if you don't have a dirty old pair of headphones right now that need to be fixed up, then come back to this. Just remember this video is here, and if you need it, come back to it later. With that being said, I'm gonna let you just get into it, and yeah, enjoy. I hope you get something out of it. That's it. Alrighty, so this is a deal that I couldn't resist. This is an original set of Audioquest Nighthawks. But you can see, don't mind my son back there. He's just in the middle of a heated video game, but they need a little TLC, okay? So kind of scuzzy pads. Headband is super loose. So we are going to see if we can revitalize these things and turn them into something decent. Now, not going to be perfect. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to fix the headband. And I'm going to do an attempt to clean these pads. They're the hybrid pads. If you might not know when this date or when this video is being recorded, it is May 2021. So Audioquest does not make headphones anymore. They do not support the Nighthawks anymore. And so you can't buy any replacement parts. So what can you do if your set is beat up like this? Well, that's what we're going to try to figure out. So I actually already started and then decided I was going to document this. So the first thing I did here was I'm cutting off the headband pad. So to do that, I just took my knife, and it's sewed together on each side. There's seams on each side here, and I just stuck my knife in here, and I just cut very carefully across that. Okay, so then once you've done that, make sure you got a sharp knife so you don't tear anything, and it goes pretty easily. You're going to open it up, and then the elastic here was sewed just in the middle, like this. So I just cut that, and now we've got this off. All right, I'm going to try to clean this thing up. It's a little beat up. I can always put a different pad on it, so I'm not too worried about that. But we're going to try to revitalize this and see if we can't make it decent. We'll see. So we'll set that aside for now. Now, this you can see is just... Ro, chill out, dude. Okay, so you can see this is just a simple elastic band right here. And I guess just over time, it just loosens, weakens. So I think this can be fixed rather easily if I just either fold this over and just sew it like that, or even cut it and then just overlap it and sew it again. So it's going to be more like that. So we'll try that here in a little bit, or I'll have my wife try that anyway, because I'm not much of a sewer myself. And then you can see these pads are they're just beat and scuzzy. So we're going to try to clean these pads up too. So I've cleaned some pads before, and I'll link to the video that I used originally as a guide, but I'm going to try to go ahead and do my own now. These are hybrid pads, so they're like they're not all protein leather, but they're protein leather on the inside, or they're protein leather on the outside, and then, I don't know, the inside's cloth. You can see they need cleaning badly. So I don't know how this is going to work, or if it will work. If it doesn't work, what we'll do is we'll just adapt some brainwaves pads to fit onto these rings here. But I'm going to try to clean these first, at least to see what the original sound was like with these. I actually got the Night Owl too, so I have a nice set of protein pads that I can put on this that are actually like stock. I want to see what the hybrid's like too before I do any like brainwaves or anything like that. So yeah, we're going to get to work and we're going to try that, and then we'll just kind of do like an overall clean. The headphones actually are in decent shape. You know, they just need a good cleaning. They just need a good good cleaning. So that's what we're gonna work on here. All right, phase 1, pad cleaning. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so here is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to run some hot water into this big mixing bowl. I'm gonna put just a little bit, like a teaspoon of laundry detergent in there. And then I'm just gonna give them a good scrub, and yeah, that's pretty much the plan. Do that, rinse them real good, and then, you know, set them out to dry. So let's get started. Alrighty, so while those pads are soaking, we're going to work on the headband here a little bit. Now, it's not in terrible shape, definitely not as bad as the pads, but it's still pretty scuzzy, so we're going to clean it up. And what I have on hand that I think would work is this Chamberman's leather milk. So, I don't know, my wife got this for something or another, I think for boots, so I'm just going to give this a shot. And see how it works. It looks to be pretty good stuff. So, rag, we're just gonna, you know, get a little bit on here, and then I think I'm gonna do the top first, just because that's clean, and we're just gonna rub this in real well. See how that just shines that leather right up. So I am not sure. I don't think the pads are real leather. Like, they don't seem like that to me, but the headband 100% is. So this side, I don't know what's going on with this side. It's definitely, you know, a little beat up, but we'll try giving it a scrub with this too, and we'll see what happens. See, I don't quite know what's don't think this is a good idea. It's just coming straight off. This velour stuff. It's just too far gone, I think. Yeah, it's just totally coming off. So I don't think this is gonna work. So what to do? Well, I think I'll have to come up with another system. This looks good. Alright, so I don't think there's any coming back from that. I mean, I can go ahead and finish wiping it down, but I mean, it's just disintegrating. I think we're gonna have to do something else with this. It's okay. I got a couple ideas. All right, so you can see this is after they've been scrubbed and they've been setting for a while. Obviously pretty gross. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna dump this water and we're gonna rinse them in some clean fresh water here, and then we'll see what things look like after that. Time here, and then we'll rinse them again, and then we'll set them out to dry for the night. These ones are going to be good. You can see all the stuff that's still flying off. Then we'll do it for a little bit anyway. So, probably not really a worthwhile task, but I'm invested. to do is we want to create a solution to clean and disinfect the actual headphones. Did a quick Google search. It sounds like 2 parts water, 1 part vinegar with a couple of drops of dish soap is a good wood sanitizing solution that's supposed to be safe. So that's what I'm going to do here. So we're going to get some nice hot water. Well, first I'm going to put just a couple of drops of dish soap in this bowl. Okay, we got that. And we're going to get some nice hot water going here again. And I'm just going to do 1 cup of water. And I'm going to do half a cup of vinegar. And my cat is hungry. All right, we're going to work with that. Okay, so I've got a nice big clean rag here to dry things with, because I don't want to get this too wet, right? And then I've got just like some Q-tips to work over, kind of like some crevices and things like that. So I'm gonna be super careful here. And I'm gonna get, just a very minimal amount of moisture for this, because I do not want to overdo it. And then I'm just gonna, we're just gonna, any hard surface here, we're just gonna kind of go over, clean. This should actually work really good because it's got that dish soap in there, which should cut any sort of grease, skin oils, things like that. So we're just gonna work this stuff in here, and we're gonna do it a couple times, and we're gonna put it on, and then take it and just kind of wipe it off. Process, but get the picture here. It's just a little bit of time. Go slow. Already looking pretty good, actually. Cups here on the back, got me nervous just cleaning around the edge here. We're gonna go ahead and just definitely being super careful not to actually drip anything. I thought I was going to need Q-tips for that, but actually I can just use kind of like my finger and get in there. So basically I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do another once over around the whole thing on each cup, and then I'll do the other cup, and yeah, we'll do an evaluation afterwards and see how it looks. baby. All right. Well, really, I don't know if that really looks all that much different on camera than it did before, but looks pretty good. I'm just going to run a little bit over the band here. Good night, buddy.
I'm just getting some water.
Okay, pal. And I think those are ready. Okay, so jumping over to my mom's house here, I warn you, these next few clips, it's when she's sewing the headband back together, but it's a little jarring with the cuts. I didn't do a great job with it. And my son is kind of in the background doing some things, playing some childhood games. Can you guess which one it is? Leave it in the comments below. But what the elastic, right, was so loose. We cut it in half, and then we just ended up folding it over, and my mom was like sewing it back together. And then she sewed some new fabric on the bottom of the headband. So take a look at it. This is just kind of the process that we went through here. You know, again, the cuts aren't great, the audio isn't great, but it is what it is, and I'll meet you again at the end with the results.
It's just a matter of holding it in place. Needle up. Down. Back. Let's go forward. Let's do another backwards. And then we'll sew it down here as well.
Okay.
Cut some more strings off. I see another string. You don't really want to sew over pins if you can help it. You can, but sometimes it'll hit the pin, it'll bend the pin.
Yeah, I think that's not bad at all. This corner is
Yeah, I need to come get that corner.
So this is stitched to this.
Now just to stitch it all together. But I do have to catch that one corner again. Hey, no!
Well, I'm sorry about that exit there. My mom has a boxer, if you might have seen him poking his head in and out of that video there, and he has notoriously smelly farts, so we had to cut the video short, to say the least. But we got the job done. All right, so I'm going to show you the final headphones, but first, got a little bit of an exciting thing right here. So I was able to pick up some almost brand new hybrid pads. I don't know, the person that had these before, they must just had them stowed away, but take a look at these things because they are freaking mint. They are mint, and they are in just like gorgeous condition. So I'm gonna throw these on my Nighthawks, and then they are complete. All right, so let's take a look at the final product. I've got my new pads on my Nighthawks. It's got all my restoration stuff done, and this is what they look like.
So you can see those new pads are just gorgeous. They're like perfect condition, wonderful. The headband, right? Nice taut elastic there. Top of it looks good and restored. The bottom has this new, microfiber lining that my mom sewed on that turned out great. Whoops. And then you can just see the cups, they just are just clean, they just look nice. That vinegar solution like really worked well on them. Again, now that all this is done, I'm just super pleased with the Nighthawks. Like, I think these are great headphones. I wish they still made them. I wish they still made the OGs with the hybrid pads. I think it's the best version. Maybe someday in the future they'll bring it back. I hope they do. If you can find a set in good condition for $200 or less, I would not hesitate to pull the trigger. If you can get a good deal on them, $150, maybe a little bit less even, and you're willing to put in a little bit of work like I did, I think they're wonderful headphones for the price, and certainly worth giving a shot or putting them in your collection. So thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you got something out of this video. If you're into this, drop some comments below, questions, support. Thanks for being here, and let me know if if you dig this type of stuff. Subscribe, and maybe I'll do some more headphone restoration stuff in the future. I really like getting a product and bringing it back to its former glory. It fulfills me. So I'm not opposed to doing that if I get the right set of headphones in the near future. Thank you. I will see you in the next one.